It's time for another quick take, ladies and gentlemen. Why Roger Federer will beat Rafael Nadal in the Australian Open Final Sunday morning here in the United States, Sunday night in Australia. But before I get into why I feel this way, why I'm confident that Roger Federer is going to win this match, I want to take this time to appreciate the fact that we are here right now. I find oftentimes when we have legends in sport, we don't appreciate them until they can no longer do the things that they once did. And there was a point in time, specifically last year, where Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal could not do the things that they could do earlier in their careers. We thought that perhaps we had seen the end of contendership and dominance by Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. And we grow to appreciate these legends during these times. And because they've had a resurgence, we now appreciate them that much more. And I am so glad that I get to wake up on Sunday morning at 3 a.m. and watch this tennis match. I do think that Roger Federer will win this match. I think he will claim the 18th slam that he has been looking for over 3 years. It's been since, I believe, Wimbledon 2011, maybe Wimbledon 2012, but I think one or the other. It has been a very long time since Roger Federer has been able to win a slam, and the same could be said for Nadal. Why I think Roger Federer will win. First, I want to talk about everything that's going to be even in this match, things that I don't think will play in. First of all, fitness and legs. Both of these guys have played five-setters. Both of them have been in wars. Nadal is traditionally more fit to take a physical beating, but Roger Federer gets an extra day of rest. So they both played 5-set semifinals. They have both had long matches previously in the tournament. So I really think that both of them will be ready to go 5. Neither of them have a huge edge in fitness. Intangibles. I actually get more concerned, and this is very important in tennis for those who don't know. It's very important that in big moments you can maintain your level, and in tennis, nerves can really overtake a player, and your level can really drop if you can't control those nerves. I'm concerned about both of these guys when it comes to nerves rather. And the reason is when players get older in tennis, they start to understand that these opportunities are few and far between. That perhaps maybe this might be their last opportunity to win a major, realistically, for Federer or Nadal. Now, I don't think that that's the case, but they begin to start counting. You're 35 years old if you're Roger Federer. How many more chances are you going to get? So some people might look at it like, Fed's a vet. There's no way he'll get nervous. There's no way he'll get tight. But to me, that's not how it works. I worry about these guys getting tight. I think that they're both going to have moments where they're extremely tight and their level drops. They're both going to have trouble closing out this match. That's my prediction. So I don't think intangibles either one has an advantage, and I don't think physically either one has a very big advantage. You look at what they've done lately. Now, Nadal has won their career series, or is winning their career series 23-11. 23 match wins for Nadal, 11 match wins for Roger Federer. Now, what this has depended on oftentimes is the conditions, the surface, the weather. Is it indoors? Is it outdoors? What is the court surface like? And what is the environment like? That's what this matchup, this rivalry has often hinged on. And I believe the same will be the case for this Australian Open Final. I'll give you an idea of what that means. A lot of people don't really understand what surface means in tennis. Well, first of all, Rafael Nadal is 13-2 against Roger Federer on clay. Clay is a slower surface, and what that means is that the ball loses more speed when it hits the court. That favors defensive players, faster players, players that don't rely as much on offense and aggression. Yes, there's offense and defense in tennis, believe it or not. There really is. Come talk to me about it. I love talking about this stuff. Federer is 2-1 at Wimbledon. That's a grass court tournament. Grass is the fastest of all of these surfaces. The ball does not lose a lot of speed when it hits that grass. It favors aggressive players, big serving players, players that want to end points short. And the same can be said for tournaments like the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals, which is in an indoor hard court. This year's Australian Open, a lot of people have been saying it is much faster. The court is playing faster than it has been in years past. And that could be attributed to when they resurfaced the courts, and it could be attributed to the tennis balls. They're saying that the tennis balls are fraying less easily. So tennis balls have fuzz on them. When they're hit, right? When they're played with, the balls, they begin to fray and they begin to get very fuzzy. The more fuzzy a tennis ball is, the less aerodynamic it becomes. So they're saying that they changed the balls and the balls are fraying less. They're saying that the court is playing faster. And we have seen evidence in this tournament already that is in fact the case. First of all, Andy Murray, Novak Djokovic on the men's side. They are both top men's players in the world, probably the two best players in the world on the men's side, but they're not very aggressive players. They're grinders to a certain extent. Yes, they can play offense, but their best attributes are their defensive attributes. Andy Murray lost to a guy in Misha Zverev who's a serve and volley guy. Serve and volleyers they really are benefited by faster courts. And even on the women's side, Simona Halep, Angelique Kerber, the players who are not as aggressive have been upset in this tournament by players who are more aggressive. So we have already seen this at work at this year's Australian Open. Last time Federer and Nadal met, it was in Basel, Switzerland. That is an indoor hard court, a rather fast playing surface. Roger Federer won that match. So really what I feel this comes down to is that the court surface at the Australian Open favors Roger Federer. And throughout this unbelievable rivalry that we have been so privileged to witness, the court surface and the conditions, the speed especially, has come into play. I believe it will come into play again. And I believe Roger Federer will win this match in 4. I think he takes the first 2 sets, loses the third, and wins the fourth. And Roger Federer wins his 18th Grand Slam. Man, this has huge implications. If Rafa wins, I should say this. If Nadal wins, that would be his 15th slam. So then it would be 17 for Fed, 15 for Rafa. Rafa with the benefit of being dominant on clay, and we would have a really exciting major race. But to see who gets to more majors, it's going to be so awesome. I can't wait until Sunday morning. I will be up 3 a.m. Double shot espresso will be ready in the refrigerator. I hope you guys can watch too. I'm sure I'll after we get the results, I'll make another video kind of explaining what happened. And don't forget this. Wait, this is very important. Steve Flink, right here, author of the book, The Greatest Tennis Matches of All Time. He will be coming on, keeping score, depending on the jet lag. Maybe, I'm not sure if it'll be this coming Monday or the Monday after this. But Steve Flink is also a writer for Tennis Channel. Unbelievable, extremely knowledgeable. Can't wait to have him on. So don't miss that. Watch this tennis match. I hope, even if you don't know much about tennis, we can learn. This is a learning experience. I hope you learned a little bit in this video. And I hope you enjoyed as well. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'll see you next time.